Hello and welcome to the 2021 State of the City broadcast for the City of Citrus Heights. I'm Nicole Baxter, Communications Officer, and tonight we are celebrating the incredible year our community has had. We will be hearing from Mayor Steve Miller and City Manager Chris Boyd. We're going to be taking a look at the incredible year our community has had and also debuting some fun videos. Our theme this evening is Solid Roots Persevere, New Growth Thrives, and we have seen that in our community time and again. We took the opportunity to talk to a few city staff to ask them what they felt exemplified solid roots and what their favorite new growth was in the community. So to kick us off, we'll take a look at what they had to say.
What I love about the City of Citrus Heights is that the projects that I'm a part of are of direct benefit to our community, to school-age children, to our business owners, and to everyone who uses the city streets.
I've had a chance to work for a number of cities, and what Citrus Heights does that's different is they welcome you so much right away. We also don't have a lot of the bureaucracy that a lot of other cities do, so when you work on a project, you get to really see it from the beginning to the end. Recently, we've been working on the Sunrise Mall project. It's still a work in progress, but to see where that's going and where it's gonna go is really exciting, not only for me, who I'm a business owner in Citrus Heights, but to drive around and know that it could be the centerpiece of our city in the future.
This past year, I've had the pleasure of working on a new project called PRODU, which stands for Permit Ready Accessory Dwelling Units. The Permit Ready program is a great way for people to remain living in our community if they need extra space. I really enjoyed this program and love being able to offer it to the community. It's been great to see our community members be able to take advantage of it and bring family members to live closer to them or use it for extra housing as their family grows. It's really been rewarding and I've enjoyed that very much.
Yesterday, actually, I went out to Mariposa and Old Auburn because we were having some concerns about a traffic signal, and I went over there, and lo and behold, there was some timing issues that need to be addressed. I was able to reprogram the timings. We also did an emergency call to Bear Electric. He met me as well, and he was able to kind of help me troubleshoot it further to do a permanent solution.
Our community has been really excited to improve safety for all community members, not just cars. So we created these lawn signs and people were really excited to put them out on their yard and promote safety for everyone in the community.
This year, we've been able to cut our business license renewals from about 300 plus mailers to about 7 per month. That has allowed business owners time to concentrate on their businesses and be able to renew online quickly and efficiently. So that is a huge plus for the city and business owners.
One project that I've really loved working on is our reconstruction of Auburn Boulevard. It will be a complete overhaul to attract new businesses, give our community a sense of identity, give bicyclists a place to ride, and give our pedestrians a safe facility to use. So we're really excited about that.
We've been able to really learn how to function within our own resources, our restricted resources that we have. We've had to really learn how to live within our means, but still at the same time deliver vital projects and services to our community. We do have high hopes in the near future that we will have additional funding available to reinvest in not only our businesses, but our infrastructure and really put a mark here in Citrus Heights.
I'm just excited for the future of Citrus Heights, and I know that it's going to be bright no matter what challenges we face, as we've learned from 2020 and even our fight for incorporation. I think Jeannie Bruins put it perfectly when we've interviewed her about incorporation. It was a David and Goliath situation, and we overcome. So I think that really sets the precedent for Citrus Heights in the future. And I'm just excited for the new building and the new growth that we're gonna have, bringing in new staff members, and just kind of coming into that next chapter that is our cityhood.
We heard about so many exciting projects. Thank you to all the city staff members who contributed what they've been working on. And now we'll head into Mayor Steve Miller's State of the City address. Mayor Miller and his family moved to Citrus Heights in 1987, and he's been serving on our city council since 2005. Mayor Miller is a husband and a father to 2 kids, one of which teaches at Mesa Verde High School, and tonight he'll be walking us through a look back at 2021. Take it away, Mayor Miller.
Thank you, Nicole, and thank you everyone for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. I think a huge silver lining of COVID-19 has been more people engaging with their neighborhoods and government more than ever. In Citrus Heights, we have a history of being a civic-minded community, dating all the way back to our battle for incorporation as a city. I am honored that we carry that spirit on today, and it is truly a pleasure to serve as the mayor of this community. Last year, when Mayor Slowey stood at this podium and gave his address, we as a council had hoped that COVID would be a thing of the past by now. While we as a community have done an amazing job banding together to help one another, showing up for volunteer events and supporting our local businesses, I know that we have still some COVID recovery ahead of us. Despite all the challenges this year, your Citrus Heights officials and staff remain committed to serving the community, and that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. Let's walk through a timeline to highlight some of the projects your city worked on in 2021, going month by month. In January, City Council approved an agreement with Woodside Homes to purchase the 11-acre parcel of land at Sylvan Corners. Our general services staff supported the community during the huge storms that caused power outages, responding to calls for service on downed trees, storm drains, street flooding, street lights, and more. We also celebrated the 7 local restaurants that partnered with us for the Great Plates program, which delivered over 100,000 meals to nearly 200 local at-risk seniors. The Great Plates program invested a total of $2.4 million into our Citrus Heights economy between May 2020 and January 2021. In February, the Community Center team launched and marketed a new package to facilitate drive-through events and fundraisers. Staff completed work on 13 different streets for our accessibility drainage project, and this was all funded by non-general fund dollars to replace and enhance sidewalks, curbs, and gutters. We partnered with the county to get the word out about vaccinations, and we entered the final design phase for our new citywide trail connecting 8 different parks and offering access to regional trails. We closed out the month by being recognized as Tree City USA for the 3rd year in a row. In March, city staff presented important information about state organics recycling mandates to our business community. The Citrus Heights Collaborative met to hear from the Sacramento Housing and Redevelopment Agency, and we also launched our new Instagram page for the city, and the Police Activities League hosted a fun Egg Your House fundraiser for Easter. Our Chief of Police presented his annual crime stats report, once again underscoring the importance of having our own police department. In April, we promoted random acts of cleanup in lieu of our traditional Creek Week, sharing stories of neighborhoods, churches, and volunteer groups rallying together to clean up our neighborhoods and creek areas. We welcomed the opening of Green Acres, just in time for spring gardening, and also received an historic amount of grant funding from SACOG for our Complete Streets projects both on Auburn Boulevard and Old Auburn Road. In May, we had a huge month. We celebrated Building Safety Month, and our general services team worked to convert more than 580 streetlights to energy-efficient LED lamps. The traffic engineering team worked with Sylvan Middle School to update their traffic plan. The city received the first half of its one-time Federal American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA funds, to the tune of $7.8 million for local COVID recovery. We also received notice that after serving Citrus Heights for 16 years as the city's first chief of police, and then as city manager, Chris Boyd would be retiring from public service. Convincing Chris to move from chief of police to city manager is among one of the best things I believe our council has done for the city. He came into the position with a looming budget shortfall and has met so many of our city's goals despite that challenge. Thanks to his leadership, we have weathered a pandemic while keeping all our city services open, launched economic development plans to secure a bright future for our city, and he undertook massive efforts to balance our budget and remain committed to fiscal prudence. I'm going to invite Chris to the podium later to speak more on his work this year, and he has agreed to stay on as interim city manager. And finally, in May, we also launched a new, exciting leadership coalition called Connect Citrus Heights to focus on enhancing engagement and connection. We asked some of the Connect members to talk about the group, and we'd like to show you a video of them now.
Hello, I'm Albert Fox, former Citrus Heights Planning Commissioner and City Council member. Currently, I'm the coordinator of Heights Church Impact Outreach Program. Being part of an organization that supports our community is personally rewarding and provides life-changing experiences to our students and families.
My name is Bradley Miller, and I'm the current president of the Kiwanis Club here in Citrus Heights. And we believe it's important to stay connected to ensure our community's needs are being met effectively.
I'm Carla Comateur. I am the lead minister at Unity Spiritual Community in Citrus Heights. Connecting in Citrus Heights provides a way to re-enter society and to reinvent our shared goals.
Hi everyone, this is Chris DiMattei with the DiMattei Real Estate team at Keller Williams Real Estate. Connecting through the Citrus Heights Chamber and the Citrus Heights community is important because we can all share a sense of pride in the city and a common identity.
Hello, my name is Craig Sweeney and I'm the lead pastor at Heights Church. This is our city and we care about what happens here in our own neighborhoods. We want to help broken people find healing and we want to help people achieve great things for a lasting impact. So yeah, we would love to improve community connection because we know great things happen when we do.
Hi, I'm Darla, past president of the Citrus Heights Women's Club. I'd say one of the biggest benefits of belonging to our club is the long-lasting friendships that you make. Women of all ages can come and learn to do leadership roles in their community.
Hi everyone, I'm Diane Ebbott, the Executive Director with the Citrus Heights Regional Chamber of Commerce. Community is a group of people living or working in the same area and connecting with each other to work towards a common goal.
Hi, I'm G. Marie Wilby.
And I'm Amy Colette Anderson.
And we are representing the Citrus Heights Women's Club.
And by serving in the club, we not only enhance our personal growth and development, but also promote connection in the community.
And working together with other entities and connecting with Citrus Heights community and businesses as a whole, we can do so much more.
Nancy Methvin, President, Park Oaks Neighborhood Association, Area 5. Connecting to your neighborhood leads to more community awareness and knowing what's happening in your neighborhood.
Hi there, my name's Natalie Warstein. I am with Sunrise Mall, and I'm so excited to see the great things that are happening here in Citrus Heights. Improving our community connections is definitely a vital piece in this fantastic puzzle that we're building.
Hi, I'm Ray Reilly, President of the Rotary Club of Citrus Heights. Rotary's motto is service above self, which is exactly what Community Connections is all about.
Hi, my name is Scott Jones, and I'm the pastor here at Ascension Lutheran Church in Citrus Heights. And we're interested in trying to help improve the connections in the community because we believe as we get to better know our neighbors, we'll better understand what your needs might be, and we'd love to be helpful in trying to help meet those needs.
Hi, I'm Susie Landite. I'm the principal at Grand Oaks Elementary School. So it's really important to me that my families know that they're cared for in the Citrus Heights community and that we positively impact the community in which we live.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Threed. I'm commander of Post 637 American Legion in Citrus Heights. Even though we're a veteran-focused organization, we also are involved with the community. Our mission is Vets Helping Vets, so we're trying to reconnect with as many veterans as possible. We also assist those that are in need.
I'm Tricia Smith, principal at American River Collegiate Academy, your local charter elementary school. Connect Citrus Heights aligns with our school values in helping to connect and engage with our local community by sharing resources, in our case, educational resources, and providing a place for families to connect and find support in building their child's future.
My name is Cody Tickner, and I'm the director of the Citrus Heights Community Marching Band. Community connection in Citrus Heights is important to us because music brings us all together.
I'm so excited about Connect Citrus Heights and where that project is headed. Now back to our month-to-month recap. In June, our community saw a huge construction boom, which included the new Mitchell Village neighborhood, partnering with Rebuilding Together to subsidize home improvements through our Critical Repair Grant Program, and launching construction on the Sunrise Point supportive housing apartments. We also saw construction on a new Raising Cane's in front of Hobby Lobby, a new Starbucks on Sunrise and Sun Garden, improvements to the Cavalry Cemetery, construction on a 46-home project on Mariposa called Abby's Gate, and the Dignity Health Surgery Center on Stock Ranch in Sylvan. The Community Development Department announced its permit-ready accessory dwelling unit program to offer free ADU plans to Citrus Heights property owners. We closed the month with a unanimous council vote to approve the first phase of our American Rescue Plan Act spending by reinstating the police department staffing budget to pre-pandemic levels. In July, our police department launched a comprehensive campaign to educate the community on fireworks safety and the city's new urgency ordinance on illegal fireworks. We also reported on the multimodal transportation safety program's quarterly improvements and completed important improvements like countdown pedestrian walking signals, replacing outdated traffic signals, and more. July also brought big news on our Sunrise Tomorrow project, which is a specific plan to revitalize the 100-acre Sunrise Mall site. The specific plan draft was completed after countless hours of research, data, community feedback, and market analysis. That leads us to August, where we hosted a community workshop on the specific plan draft, which gathered over 150 community members virtually. We also celebrated National Night Out and concluded work on 18 residential streets that got major pavement repairs. We launched the second phase of the American Rescue Plan Act allocation, which kicked off with a COVID Recovery Community Needs Survey. In September, we hosted even more opportunities for the community to learn about the Sunrise Tomorrow specific plan, including a special Planning Commission meeting that took a deep dive into the project's environmental impact report. City Hall was home to another vote center. We appointed a new chief of police, and our police department and traffic management teams had the honor of supporting the Marine Sergeant Nicole G's funeral procession. Last month, in October, we declared Clean Air Day in Citrus Heights, and we have hosted a flu and COVID vaccine for the community. We also celebrated several opportunities for the community to come together. City staff hosted a community garden volunteer day and worked with over 70 volunteers to beautify the Greenbelt area off of Greenback, and the Citrus Heights Community Marching Band hosted their awesome Halloween parade and festival. Sunrise Marketplace hosted a harvest festival at the mall, and our Police Activities League partnered with various community groups to host an epic drive-through trunk or treat. We also announced our History and Arts grant program open to any community member or groups looking to enrich the historical preservation and arts culture in our city. And that brings us to November. It's hard to believe that 2021 is coming to an end, but hopefully the long list of initiatives I just walked you through helps illustrate our level of commitment to this community. I want to thank all the Citrus Heights residents for allowing me the opportunity to serve as your mayor. This year was once again unprecedented, and as we look to recover from the pandemic and grow our community, I am so encouraged by the new leaders I see rising to the challenge. It's been an honor to give the State of the City address tonight, and I look forward to continuing our resident engagement into 2022 and beyond. Reflecting on all the accomplishments and obstacles of this year reminds me just how lucky we are to have Chris Boyd as our city manager, and I'm so grateful he has agreed to stay on until we find his replacement. I'd like to now invite Chris up to speak on a few of the city initiatives that we know are important to you, our residents. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor Miller. We've had another robust year, and I continue to be so proud of our City Hall and Police Department staff. We're pushing through projects and initiatives for this community day in and day out, despite a lean budget and limitations from the pandemic. I want to start by also thanking everyone tuning in tonight. From the beginning of my time in Citrus Heights, serving as the city's first chief of police, and now as your city manager, I've had the honor of witnessing firsthand just how much our residents truly care about this community. Everyone watching this broadcast is a testament to that. Your entire city leadership thanks you for taking the time out of your busy lives to learn more about what your city government is working on. Tonight, I want to discuss a few initiatives that we know are of the utmost concern for our community. Number one, our economic development efforts. And number 2, public safety. Once again, city staff have made huge strides in economic development for our city this year. The most exciting project underway is Sunrise Tomorrow, the specific plan to revitalize the 100-acre Sunrise Mall site. The city embarked on a forward-looking planning process, engaging community members, property owners, local businesses, elected officials, and other key stakeholders. We have all come together and paired ideas with research and expertise to reimagine the Sunrise Mall property. We are excited about the potential to once again have a thriving destination in our city where the community can gather, live, shop, work, and play. Our Sunrise Tomorrow specific plan signifies responsible future stewardship and smart growth planning. As anyone who drives through our city will know, Citrus Heights is 98% built out, so this 100-acre site is the community's biggest opportunity for growth to secure our future. Once approved, our specific plan immediately introduces new uses to the site, like zoning for hotels, streamlines future development review, increases flexibility for redevelopment, reduces CEQA risk, which is huge, and triples the development allowed on the site. The end goal of our specific plan, and the reason our staff have poured so much work into it, is to attract and retain diverse and resilient industry sectors with relevant and amenity-rich development potential. In addition to our Sunrise Tomorrow plan, this year staff stayed focused on overall business attraction, retention, and COVID recovery. In fact, I'm excited to share some numbers that indicate an economic recovery in Citrus Heights. When we look at a compilation of average monthly new business licenses that the city has processed over the past 3 years, we see that 2021 numbers are trending above 2020 and well above 2019 pre-pandemic levels. So far, our average monthly number of new business licenses is at about 83. That's over 80 new licenses issued on average per month so far this year. This is a testament to our economic development efforts to attract, foster, and retain businesses, both big and small, but also a nod to our streamlined business license process. We also anticipate ongoing revitalization of our Auburn Boulevard corridor, congruent with the city's efforts to convert the boulevard to a complete street by upgrading the roadways, bike lanes, sidewalks, traffic safety measures, and more. Having received the entire amount of grant funds we applied for, we are excited to carry the upgrades from Phase 1 of Auburn Boulevard through the entrance of Rush Park and up to the city's northern limit. We are currently in the design phase, and construction is slated to start in 2023 and be completed within 2 years. Moving on to some of our public safety upgrades. As Mayor Miller mentioned in his month-by-month update, the city appointed our new Chief of Police, Alex Turcotte, in August. I was truly honored to appoint such a hardworking, accountable, community-driven leader to usher the Citrus Heights Police Department into its next era. Chief Turcotte's appointment marks a new, exciting chapter for our award-winning police department, and while I could go on and on about Chief's attributes, having hired him as one of the first Citrus Heights police officers 15 years ago, instead, we'd like to roll a video on him.
Yeah, my name is Alex Turcotte. I'm the recently promoted police chief for the Citrus Heights Police Department. I've always been drawn to community service. Grew up with parents that found it important to serve others. My original thought was to go the medical route. And so I was putting myself through EMT school, wanting to help people who were hurt. As my life experience went on, I was drawn more to the problem-solving aspect of law enforcement. You know, the ability to prevent people from being hurt in the first place, as opposed to responding to people who had already been hurt. It's been a tremendous journey, kind of growing up as a leader here in Citrus Heights. This is actually my very first patrol beat, back when we used to have 11 patrol districts. I was way up here in what was our old B1 area in the very northwest corner of the city. The nice thing about being an internal chief is I've really had the opportunity to grow here with the community. There's folks in this community that I've worked with for over 15 years. It gives good context to be able to understand where we need to go and not have to learn the culture first before we can make progress, right? One of the keys to policing a community is to be in the community. We have officers in our neighborhood association meetings, on our service clubs, at community events, coaching at-risk kids in soccer or taking them kayaking. So instead of a young person seeing a badge and a gun walking down the street, they see Bill or Ryan or Elena, and that's what speaks to them, is they see that person. Rightly and wisely, we had to lower staff over the last year and a half for budgetary reasons. Every challenge comes with opportunity, and so while it's a challenge to bring back a significant portion of staff, there's also an opportunity of new energy, new ideas, other innovations that we can see, and I think that's going to be great. This is not a slow or boring city. This is a city with a unique makeup that requires law enforcement to be working every single day, and so not having that knowledge gap is a little bit easier to get out there and make positive change. Well, one of the best things we have going here at Citrus Heights is a community that's willing to roll up their sleeves and do the work to make their environment better. We have great families here, great business owners here. They're really willing to make a difference out in the community. It really is my commitment that our staff will continue to roll up our sleeves as well and get in there and find ways to help this community thrive, improve quality of life, and reduce crime.
As you can see, our police department is in very capable hands under Chief Turcotte's leadership. Implementing Phase 1 of our ARPA allocation to reinstate 22 police department positions over the next 2 years has launched an aggressive recruitment campaign for the department. CHPD is actively working hard to bring community-oriented officers and staff on board. While the department builds back staff to our pre-pandemic level, our outstanding officers continue to improve the lives of the community with a focus on emergency response. Current crime reports in the city show that property crimes are trending down, with burglaries down about 60% and stolen vehicles down 80%. However, there is an uptick in violent crime, as is consistent with the nation at large. Under Chief Turcotte's leadership, our police department is focused on those issues, keeping our residents safe and working towards improving the quality of life for everyone in Citrus Heights. I want to thank this community for its support of our police department, especially through times of civic unrest. Our police department has and always will work under the philosophy that our men and women in blue serve alongside our residents, working with the community in a service-oriented, collaborative way. And to everyone who serves at the police department, whether you've just joined us or you've been with us since the inception, thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do for our community. As I close out my portion of tonight's broadcast, I want to thank Mayor Miller and our council members for their leadership and trust. As many of you know, I'm currently serving in an interim capacity as we look for the next city manager to take the city into its next chapter. My time in Citrus Heights and working with this community means so much to me and my family. Thank you for believing in me and allowing me the opportunity to work with the outstanding staff at City Hall and the police department. I look forward to continuing to support this community in an unofficial capacity, and I have no doubt that the future of Citrus Heights is incredibly bright. With that, I think we'll now go over to Nicole to launch a poll.
Thanks, Chris. And on behalf of all city staff, I want to echo Mayor Miller's sentiments and thank you for your leadership at City Hall and the police department. Your mentorship has meant so much to so many people. We have accomplished a lot in 2021 here in Citrus Heights. So as we close out our broadcast, we want to hear from you. Please take our survey and thank you for tuning in tonight. You've heard about 2021. You've seen our leadership vision and momentum. What elements are most important to you as we look to the future of Citrus Heights? Having new places to shop and hang out, maintaining and growing my property value, ensuring my city has a plan for future emergencies, maintaining and improving community safety and reducing crime, increasing neighborhood engagement and connectivity, increasing community pride by addressing blight and infrastructure needs.